Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Skull Talk Live. There are two things I want to discuss tonight. One is very important because it kind of hits with a lot of the guys I work with around Southern California and Las Vegas area. Is that the month of June, it supports Gay Pride Month. And personally, I'm not gay, but I have a lot of friends that are, and they support it. Well, there's a promotion out there that is targeting wrestlers that want to support gay pride by trying to be themselves, express their sexuality. Like one of my good friends I have done multiple shows with. He decided he wanted to go to this show and pretty much put on a show to support gay pride by wearing a dress. Entered a outside promotion who decided to show up to that event and pretty much, how should I say it? Try to be a heckler, saying, oh, wrestlers that are gay should not be in the ring, should not be supporting gay pride, should not be representing the rainbow. And what I gotta say about that particular promoter that decided to show up to another fucking show and bash on these wrestlers because they wanted to support gay pride. You know how much of a hypocrite that you made yourself look like? How many fans you're gonna fucking lose when you get exposed by that fucking company because you wanna talk shit about a couple guys that wanna wear dresses, that wanna put on makeup. Look at fucking Goda. For so many years, he wore lingerie. And look, he was in the fucking WWE. Now he's in AEW. But look, he made himself about it. And when it comes to wrestlers that want to represent the pride, that wants to support the generation of their belief, don't go into other promotion and heckle their company because they're supporting Pride Month. Unfortunately, Omen Black, I have not been able to watch that show last night. Unfortunately, I've been traveling, working on starting up a new wrestling school with a company that I work for, known as Valley Wrestling Connection. and getting things in order for these 2 upcoming shows that I got to work. And so let's get back to this company. There's also a company that I also work for that is run by a guy that highly support gay pride, which is known as AFA, Alliance for All, that is run by a guy named Barbie Boy. And when I first attend his company, it's not one of your typical type of wrestling show that most people would normally going to see. But it gives the talent a way to express themselves. But here's a third promotion that want to talk shit about them because they want to represent the rainbow. They want to represent people that are afraid to come out of the closet. Don't we already have enough hatred in this world for you just to go out and basically talk shit about wrestlers? There's even a guy I work with at Valley that comes out in one of those little freaking type of, it's almost like a skirt, and he's known as the Death Doll. So I don't know what this particular promoter's problem is. I know other promotion that, hey, we don't want to do business with this guy because he's bad for business. So, topic number 2. A lot of people probably been hearing what I had to say about the whole November 9th show that supposed to have been taking place between me and Silver Wolf. Unfortunately, that match has been canceled due to somebody going behind my back and contacting that particular promoter, ruining things that I had planned. Even knowing there was an issue with that promoter trying to promote another company by the name Pro Wrestling Venom. When we were discussing GSH versus Pro Wrestling Venom present Hellraiser, and when we were discussing this, it was myself, a guy named Danny who co-founded GSH, and Jimmy Controversy of Pro Wrestling Venom. We're all talking at SPW in Los Angeles, California, several months ago. And I met Jimmy for the very first time, which was an honor. I met Tarzan Duran for the very first time. And I once again got to meet Dirty Ron McDonald. All three guys that have wrestled in Pro Wrestling Venom out of New Jersey area. And when Danny laid out everything to me, I asked him if he wanted me to create the wrestling flyer for the show so we can start promoting it. And when I created it, I put GS8 and Pro Wrestling Venom and ran it by him, not knowing Pro Wrestling Venom was not going to be involved. So when I ran it by Danny, Danny said everything looked great. So he decided he's going to create a page on the show on Facebook. So that happens. Several months later, I get contacted by Jimmy Controversy saying, "Hey, bro, Pro Wrestling Venom has nothing to do with that show." I'm like, "Oh, I did not know. Danny didn't tell me anything about it." So, with that being said, I told Jimmy, "Sorry for the misunderstanding. I will edit the flyers and take Pro Wrestling Venom off the flyer," which I did. And I reached into to Jimmy to show him confirmation that I took it off. But if you still go on Facebook and type in the event name, it still shows GSH and Pro Wrestling Venom, which is controlled by Danny. I have no control of that. Then, after all that got put out in the open, I literally got blocked by Danny because somebody decided they want to go into a certain show and pretty much talk shit about the event. And pretty much basically got me screwed over, where the match ended up being called off. And ever since that day, I have not heard from Danny because of that incident. And no offense, Tom Bray, I know I did say some things about Bushwire, how things were transpiring because of that. It was just one of your guests that you had on there that kept wanting to bring up an incident that happened in the state of Wisconsin that also triggered this whole incident. When I tried to explain to him what happened, but he didn't want nothing to do with it. So it got to the point where I literally had to start attacking Tom Bright of Sportswire Radio because I felt like he was, in a way, even though he was not, was feeding into the ego of that particular person. Even knowing that he was trying to give me advice, but the way things went, it seemed like that one particular person, every time he showed up on Sportswire Radio, he didn't want to let things go. He wanted to keep bringing it up. Where it got to the point that I had literally blocked Tom Bray for a while. I had to call him out because I felt like I was personally being attacked. And I was losing a friend. But that one particular person that wanted to feed his ego, I'm still not going to talk to you because it seems like you always want to be a character 24/7. You never want things to be out. Yeah, I know you do your little whole thing over there on the East Coast. And stuff, which I will give you prop for, but when it comes to other talent, future, just leave it the fuck alone. Because nobody don't want to support you. I have supported Tom Bray since he brought me on. Even knowing sometimes we may have disagree on things, but in the long run, we still be friends at the end of the day. And that's the way you get a most friendship. You get your up and down, your highs and lows. And I don't care if you want to talk about the piece of shit known as Joe, aka Luke Cannon, Lethal J. He's the reason why shit at Backyard Brawl went fucking haywire. That's why he got kicked out of IMF. Because of his bullshit. And when I created Backyard Brawl, I was going to have everybody do some training. I was going to have everybody rehearse their matches. But somebody named Joe had an ego and decided he was going to take over the show. Where I felt like I had no fucking authority. Because he paid off a particular person by buying him a membership to a gym. Whoopie fucking do. Where he had basically no credit by creating a flyer, creating the matches, figuring out what match is going to go where. because he wanted defeated ego. Which I'm glad he's banned from Forcewire Radio. He's banned from IMF. He's banned from WCE. He's banned from companies in Wisconsin. I am also glad he banned from ever competing in the state of California. So, any company out there get a name come up at Joe Benedetto, aka Lito J, Luke Cannon, a man with a tiny penis, decided you want to contact your company, do not do so because he's known to scam people. He is a liability, and he's nothing but fraud. Then he wants to call himself a indie wrestler. I've been wrestling on the indie circuit for God knows how long, he said. Excuse me. I know a guy that's been on indie for years. I barely started working as a indie developer wrestler, which I'm still working on the indie circuit, but I have not wrestled on the indies yet because I'm getting trained to become an indie wrestler, which is not very easy. Yeah, I may have taken small bump at indie shows, but that is part of the process of training, getting the feel what it's going to be like when you're in an actual fucking match. Again, guys that's been doing it for 10 plus years or whatever. I'm supposed to have some guests, but I don't know what's going on. Try to get some people on. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to get more people to come on, hopefully. Like I was saying, Joe is a bad person. And let me welcome this guy to my stage. Hello, Mr. Pasolio. How you doing, sir?
Evening. I thought I might drop on real quick and reevaluate the possibilities going on. And glad you broke it down and to be more specific.
Yeah. Right. Hang on.
So, you have at it.
Hang on 1 second. So, one of the questions I want to ask you. So, you probably heard about what I was talking about earlier in the show about promotion that are against gay pride wrestling. How they
Yeah.
want to show up to other shows and pretty much be a heckler because a company that's wanted to support gay pride. What is your take on that?
Number one, apparently, it's childish. It's thoughtless. It's also cruel. There's also this thing called entitlement of where is you're taking entitlement into a bad way and a bad waiver. It's almost like you're with the modern day different personalities of Karens. You gotta realize that regardless if the pandemic is done and over with, pre, post, or should I say pre or middle or post pandemic era is done and over with. Number one. Another thing about this in a nutshell is that you gotta look at the bigger picture. Love has no labels whatsoever. Love has no labels. Always remember that. Keep that in mind. And trust me, if Jesus Christ sent you that same message from a long time ago, he will tell you the exact same thing, no matter how much you want to sugarcoat it or not. Never ever put labels around love. And for those who cannot spell love the way it was supposed to, there's something's wrong with you. That means you're creating a separation anxiety or a separation in general just to divide any type of group whatsoever, and you're expressing your anger at the wrong set of people. And which in this case, at the end of the day, you gotta realize it. Who is your support system whenever you get angry at somebody? No one. What does it take to create a hate crime or just run off at the mouth about people in a bad way? Nowhere. It's only gonna make you or declare yourself the enemy. You just gotta remember, love has no labels. Bullying is not the right answer sometimes, especially cyberbullying. It's only going to further create any more hatred, and it's almost like violence only begets violence in the real world. Even though people got real lives, they got real responsibilities and liabilities to attend to. And just not only that, you gotta look from the inside, or should I say outside the box. That you gotta show some dignity and some respect for yourself and to others. In other words, you gotta like them, you gotta love them, you don't got to get to know them, even day by day. But the only thing about this, at the end of the day, you have to respect that person. In order for you to gain respect, it's to earn it.
Like I was saying, if a wrestler want to wear a dress in a match to support gay pride, let it be. Don't come into their own show and basically talk shit because the guys want a dress. Because it makes you look like a jackass, and especially when wrestlers want to look for gigs, they're not going to look at your company anymore. They're going to look at you as a hypocrite. There have been plenty of wrestlers that I know. For example, I got to meet this one particular guy named Dustin Ronald, aka Goda. And a lot of people knew back in the day he used to wear lingerie under his actual wrestling gear. But that was a way for him to express himself. But here, a independent promoter want to come and talk shit about a guy that's wearing a dress in the middle of a match?
And I want to throw some 2 cents into that. When some other promoter comes in out of nowhere, especially if they're holding a microphone in their hand and they're causing controversy out of nowhere, that makes you a complete douchebag of all people. That makes you not only just hypocritical, it also make you look like the bad guy and all people. A group of people that have done that in the past. You gotta realize we're not living the caveman years no more. This is a future where we can unite as a front and making sure a brighter future is also well known for men and women alike, and making sure that no matter how much you want to make an aid for effort for it, there's always light in the tunnel where something good will come out of it. Even though if the future's not set for you, all you gotta do, regardless if the pandemic is done and over with, or whatever issue that came to mind, that came out of the ruckus out of the whole thing, make your future a good one and not a constantly bad one. But sometimes bringing your bad past is going to reflect and alter your future and based on future events. Because you never know when some bad stuff is going to take shape that can alter your future in a fraction of a second. Because it can turn from bad to worse or even more than that. And the consequences could be disastrous. And those who try to put some doubts in their own system and above others, you also endangering them in their future as well. You gotta stop and think about that. So sometimes your crusade of presenting your dislike for gay people and stuff like that is not the best way to go about that, especially if you're going to be disruptive in a bad timingly manner, especially in front of the public. Because at the end of the day, you got to realize you can't speak on those who are gay as a disease. And also, just because you speak hate crimes and stuff like that, or create hate crimes, or any type of unnecessary behavior that's inappropriate, doesn't make you a hero.
Or those who want to support their gay friend. Because this one particular town I'm talking about, he's not gay. He's married with kids, but he wanted to support his gay friends that are also professional wrestlers. So you don't have to be gay or not just to wear a dress. If you want, especially when you're trying to support your fellow peers in your locker room.
Also, know this: no matter how near or far that supporter is, especially if that person is trying to represent the LGBT community, let them do that. They show support. They have that guidance. They have that gatekeeping experience. They're like gatekeepers to the LGBT community. They support it every step of the way. Let them do what they have to do in order to support that as best as they could, as long as it doesn't look like it's something that is incriminating in front of the public eye, and which is not. Sometimes you gotta realize, don't take things out of context. All of a sudden, you want to twist it around, make it like it's incriminating. You know, at certain times, it's not.
And it's like that movement that everybody talks about. All wrestling matters. It can be from different sexuality to your personal size, but all wrestling matters. And that's one of the strongest movements that we support on this channel. All wrestling matter.
Especially the biggest thing of all, you don't attack those, even if they have at least a different ethnicity or a different race. It's a big no-no. Number one. Number two, that's a form of being racist, and that's a form of you committing a crime of cyberbullying or any form of bullying whatsoever. Because there's cases like this where bullying in any way, shape, or form, including cyberbullying, at this point in time, is considered a serious offense here. If people catch you in the act doing that, even if it's on audio or on video, you will be reprimanded for that anyways, regardless. Just don't let one wrong word towards a person who has a different lifestyle than anybody else just destroy your freedom and stuff like that. It ain't worth the time, ain't worth the effort, ain't worth the energy being thrown away. It's not worth it. But time and time out again, I've seen best 2 out of 3 chance, people completely crumble under the weight of what they shouldn't have to do. You just can't go around the corner, feel miserable about everything. It's C2K.
Welcome to C2K to the show. So let me ask C2K the same question that I asked Mr. Basilio.
Go ahead.
What is your thoughts about a promoter coming to another promotion that is supporting Pride Month and decided he's gonna heckle their talent because they want to wear a dress during a wrestling match to support their fellow peers in the locker room that are gay? What is your thought about that?
I think it's purely respectful. You know, it's basically it's all about respect. You know, when you're in the locker room, we don't care just your color, nationality, race, and nothing. We all brothers and sisters, family. We respect each other. You come in the locker room. When you come in the locker room, you shake that person's hand and you look in the eye. Hello, how you doing? What about respect? It doesn't matter what promotion you come from. Doesn't matter what company you come from. You come in somebody's promotion. If you show the same respect, the respect in your company to your fellows, to your partners, to your co-workers, that's what they are, co-workers. You should do this, you know, give the same respect to the other, the same respect to, even though they might not work with you, they might want to work with you another promotion, but they are your co-workers on that day. Just if you're resident for that promotion for 2 or 3 days, they become your co-workers, they become your family. You respect them. Whatever they do that's their life. People can make their own decisions, can do whatever they want to do with their life. That has nothing to do with you. All you there is to, you still respect them, you still love them, and that is all.
As I was saying, not too long ago before you came in, C2K, you can't treat people as they're different individuals, especially in different lifestyles and different appearances, especially no matter who they are, near or far away. You don't treat people as gays as if they're a disease. At the end of the day, no matter how much of a hypocrite or how much of a nitpicker that you are, and you mislead and make an inconvenience to people out of their own personal, you know, daily routines and stuff like that, especially their jobs and whatnot. Just because you want to bully your way into thinking that this is okay and, you know, and try to attempt to get away with it, it still doesn't make you a hero.
Exactly.
And as I said before, As I said before, love has no labels. No matter what, love has no labels.
No.
They have an actual website concerning that just because. And it's a strong empowerment and it's a strong movement within that website stating the fact that in order for you to show love, you gotta present love. In order for you to get respect, just to earn it.
And you know what? And I'm gonna say that just like Tom Bright says, all wrestling matters. We said it too. All wrestling matters. All wrestling matters. That's all it's about. We are a community. We are a family. All wrestling matters. So, question: do we know what promotion did this when this happened?
Very
Or we don't
true.
know what. Yeah.
All
wrestling
wrestling
matters.
does matter.
All wrestling matters. It's. Listen, I've been saying this for a very, very long time, and I'm gonna keep saying it until my hair goes gray, until I have no hair, and I'm all bald headed, and I'm got wrinkles and walking, with a walker. We are a family. We're doing the same thing that we love to do. Is wrestling. Not only wrestling, having fun in the ring. And I think I said this on previous, special, probably yesterday, right? Yesterday. We was talking about this. Something similar about this. We was talking about having respect on each other. You know what? I think this should be this should be a commandment or a commandment in wrestling. Do not disrespect each other. Love each other as a family. That's it. We need to. That's the problem. This wrestling is turning, and I think I said it yesterday on the show. Is turning as a Dr. Phil, Maury, Jerry show. Because that's so right now that it's always about. It's about drama in it. You want to get on people in it. You want to shoot people off it. Well, I'm going to show him off it. No, it's not about helping each other. If you want to help, reach that person. Brother, sister, let me talk to you. Let me help you. Brother, let me help you. What about is we trying to build, and I'm not going to say trying to build because this community has been built years ago. I'm going to call it rebuilding the community. We bringing back a community that was built many years ago when backyard wrestling started. When it was all in the beginning. When there were little kids and teenagers wrestling in mattresses, wrestling on the ground, on the concrete,
Wrestling in their own bed.
wrestling in your room. They were wrestling in their room.
And how many mama come in and said, knock that shit off?
Exactly. and they was praying together. They love each other as a family. And when they start wrestling, what they were doing, they were chilling. They was outside chilling all night. And I can say it because I did it before. 2001 when I started Rochester, New York. 25 kids, teenagers, created RUW, Rochester Underground Wrestling for 11 years. And we was doing the same thing, wrestling all day. And before we was wrestling, we was visiting each other's house and cooking for each other and having fun, always chilling. And when it was time to wrestle, we wrestled 5, 6, 7, 10 matches a day. We still was chilling. We still was joking around. There was no arguments. There was no fighting. We was all together as a family. And when the day was done, everybody go back home. Next day, after school, or people like me when I was working, after work, after school, what we do? Go home, take a shower, eat, call each other. Are you ready, bro? Alright, we're gonna be there right now. Are you ready? You're gonna wrestle. We call each other. Alright, bring your camera. Bring this. Bring that. Bring some food. Bring this. Communicating. That's what we all were doing. And it was every single day. There was no fighting. There was no argument. There was no drama. And then what we did? We had the same spot that we was wrestling. Make sure they put them, even though it's not a ring, but it was mattresses. Make sure that the mattresses was putting the mattresses together. And then if it was a carpet on top of mattress, put the carpet. For us, it was paying our dues. It was for us. It was not a real ring, but we treated it as a real ring. We treated it with respect. And even though if it was on the ground, we still treated it as a ring. We treated it with respect. We wrestled, made sure that everybody was safe. Go over the matches, and we were done. All right, have a good one. Love you. See you tomorrow. Same single thing. There was no drama. There was no around. But now, it's not about this person talking about this person. Talking about this person. Oh, we're gonna put that person. We're gonna show them out. Oh no! Stop! Stop the freaking drama. It's tiring. People like us that have been doing this for a long time. You don't see us. Do you see us arguing? And then we got it's more of us. You don't see us. You see us arguing. Talk about wrestling. Respect each other. That's what it's all about. When you go to somebody's company promotion, if you respect the same people that is in your company, your people, and the owner of the company, respect them, do the same thing. It doesn't matter when you go to TDW, RCEW, WNCW. It doesn't matter. Treat them with respect. And guess what? Oh, what if they get? That is not your problem. Mind your own business.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this as I speak for all of us, and this is with all due respect for some people, and some people who didn't get the respect, all due respect the first time. I'm gonna say this: those who speak about backyard brawl in a bad way, we get it. We got the lecture, we got our asses chewed. We gotta realize it's been a month now ever since it's been turned out to be a laughing stock. Sometimes the laughing stock, you gotta realize. You gotta realize. We get the memo, we get the message. We think we're laughing stock, we're marks or stuff like that. But sometimes after a month past time and stuff like that, or even 2 months for that matter, sometimes when you discuss the subject, what gets old and stale, sometimes it's not funny no more.
It gets old.
Sometimes you gotta stop doing that. Please stop doing that. We're asking all in favor. We're asking all in favor, as cohesive unit. Please stop with the riot act. We get it. You had your moment to discuss what happened, and we had the right to get our asses chewed out because of some wrong mistakes that have been made at times. But still, at the end of the day, you gotta realize no one got seriously hurt. Nobody didn't create no lawsuits the next day. I mean, there was no hard feelings. from anybody that was participating voluntarily in that ordeal.
And you
You
know
gotta
what?
realize,
People,
no matter what, backyard brawl is ancient history. It's time to let it go. Get over it.
you know what? I'm gonna say this. This is not S2EP talking. I'm out of character. This is Cesar Santiago talking. I'm gonna say this. You know, people act like I'm not gonna say the crap doesn't stink. People act like they never made a mistake. Come on. When you started, I'm not talking to every back arrest they start that they see me right now. Don't tell me you never made a mistake or you got hurt or you hurt somebody. Come on, let's be real. I did when I started.
Or even if you miss a spot in a match.
When you miss a spot, exactly. When you even miss a spot in a match, people make mistakes. Mistakes happen in a backyard wrestling, indie pro wrestling, WWE. How many people got hurt? How many people make a mistake? Do you see every
And
single week?
and we seen thousands and thousands and thousands of people making mistakes. And look how the injury bug has increased quite a bit in the past month, only because of a slight miscue or mistake. You gotta realize some of us can make mistakes, but it's best for us not to repeat after that mistake over and over again without being engaged in a negative fashion. This is what this is all about. Just because Backyard Raw went topsy-turvy, even when the camera stopped rolling, doesn't mean it's a complete ordeal anymore. Like I said before, we know we got our asses shoot out. More power to you. But it doesn't give you the right to overthrow that with a 50 minutes of shame, and then all of a sudden you brag about it like it's a joke when it's no longer a joke anymore. Sometimes you gotta put the past behind you, no matter what it is,
You know
and to
what?
ensure
I don't.
the next event that comes in differently, a different event that we have coming up very soon, it's not going to be repeated faster again. As I stated before, lightning doesn't have to strike twice in that same place.
And you know what? I want to say that I don't think. Well, some people do it as a joke, but guess what? Some people do it because they get them viewers. They get them viewers. That's what they do. It get them viewers because sometimes they have nothing else to say. Oh, let's bring these people, because it worked when I'm not talking about any show, but I'm just saying when they brought it the same day, it got views. Oh, this is good. Let's do it again. Oh, again more views. Oh, we're bringing more people. We're bringing views, and let's keep going because it brings views. That's
And you may bring view, but on the other hand, you fail to realize you're actually damaging your show at the same time because this one particular person wants to bring you view.
Exactly. This is why they're gonna look at this. People are gonna get tired of the bad headaches they've been throwing left and right like it's crazy. Sometimes you gotta quit while you're ahead. I'm sorry, but you gotta quit while you're ahead. And sometimes backyard brawl is just ancient history. It's just simple. We get it. We get in views, which is good somehow in a good way, in a positive way. But we shouldn't let bad criticism get in the way of everything in our daily lives because you want to poke fun at us almost on a daily basis as part of your hectic schedule. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the effort. Just let it go. That goes for anybody that has been poking fun of us for at least a month or so. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. This cannot continue.
Yeah.
It's like a company that I'm friends with. You guys all heard of SPW?
Yes, I did. SPW.
Extreme Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
Okay, but did you hear about the SPW versus the ECW brawl?
No, I haven't heard it.
So ECW decided they're going to invade SPW to promote ECW. So it was pretty much like the Monday Night War between WCW and WWF. But in this case, it was the war of extreme. And after, even though ECW did win that war,
Exactly.
SPW died. But now look, nowadays, SPW came back stronger than ever.
Exactly.
And any promotion that got into that type of fade could always come back stronger. It may take a few years, it may take a few months.
But we're just encouraging some of those that remain on our side. You gotta have patience, you gotta show us faith, and most importantly, give us the space and time to correct the problems that had some errors taking shape during that time. We get it. But we don't need a bad lecture and all of a sudden you're 15 minutes of putting us into shame, degrade us and below us like we're a bunch of jokesters that don't know exactly what we're doing. Yes, we may know exactly what we're doing, but we're trying to slowly but surely be at that point of where we need to be. Okay? We might not have the experience as pro wrestlers or any wrestlers or anything else like that, but still, slowly but surely, we're trying to cross that bridge when we get there. We're trying to slowly put our names out there, one by one or one and all. Once we put that out there, once one of us make it, we all make it. That's all we do. And I understand people cannot think about that more clearly. But at the end of the day, there's no reason to give us a hard time about it for days, weeks, months, or years on end. Because the more you keep on dragging along like it's no tomorrow, the promotion you're making fun of may think there is no tomorrow, and which there are. So we're just asking of you this final time, the kindness of our own heart, even though we're trying to be nice about it, because sometimes we can't play nice after a little while. You gotta put a stop to it. That's all. Enough bad blood has been spilled already. Just kindly and respectfully tone the roar down about it, or just stay the heck out of our way. Just please do that out of the kindness of our own heart. Just like I said, enough blood and enough controversy that has people chosen sides in a bad way has been spilled enough already.
And you know what? This one thing that I'm going to say too, and I always use this as an example, and it's a wrestling that I love, and I friends with for 4, 5, 6 years right now, TBW, and it's not bringing their past. It just basically I always use this as an example because TBW happened the same thing to them. For one mistake, they shut down. They shut down, and nobody want to wrestle anymore. And then because a lot of fans was pushing them and talking about them and criticizing them. But guess what? They came back stronger, better than ever. Look where they are now. 4,000, 5,000 subscribers. Still wrestling. New ring. New entrance. Got more talents. Doing shows. Because they rise from the ashes. They rise from that mistake that they did. They even apologized to the people, and they did it. And I remember they did it with everybody in the ring. They apologized, and guess what? The next day, show must go on.
and
Look
which
what they are now.
and which we encourage some of us that remains on our side as we speak right now. Please do the same for us. We try to give people the olive branch of doing that. Just do that. Otherwise, the olive branch is all for nothing. We do care to a certain extent. We do care for those near or far away to a certain extent as well. You gotta have faith in us as much as you have faith in you. We do things even though by the book, but not by the dirt. We don't do things underhanded with underhanded tactics and bad ordeals. We don't do that. If we were like that, trust me, people have every right to be angry about that and most likely give us a bad lecture and poke fun at us like it's no tomorrow. And we'll have been out of business in no time. But we're not those type of people that you're looking after. We're not known for that. We're not labeled for that. We're just asking to have faith in us and have patience with us as best as we could. We're working out the problems as best as we could, day in and day out, even if the stress is a little bit more higher than what we thought it would be. All we're asking for you is to send the olive branch with us on a positive note and stop with the bad criticism about what happened on a previous event that took shape more than a month ago. Period.
You know, I always learn. I always and I always talk about this in my podcast. And I always talk about on bigger life and got a few forecasters and almost every night we talk about different topics and we were talking to someone similar about this that when people keep talking about you, it's because you are in their mind. And the thing is what's going on is that we might not be doing anything, but in their mind we're making their life messable, you know. And maybe it's intimidation, maybe it's hating, who knows? Because if you, for me, for example, I don't talk about people because it's not my business. I'm focusing on me, myself, and people got their own opinions. You know, but if somebody talk about me, you always starts okay. When somebody talk about you, I want to go. I like I'm in my podcast, which I'm not. This is your show, not mine. But when okay, somebody talk about you, always starts with one person, and that person have to love you before that person hates you. That hate comes from love. They hate something about you because they love something about you, and it becomes into hate. So now you have to have that one person to gather other people to talk about you. They're not criticizing you; they're making you the main topic. And just think about that. If you can gather all these people to talk about you, imagine how powerful you are. How powerful you are to just have one person to bring all these people to talk about you, make you the main character of their life, the main character of the story, the main character of the chapter. Because when they talk about you, you are the topic. You the main topic. So what? So imagine if they talk about you every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day. You are the main topic. So when people are, and I want to say people are talking to me for 30 years. A lot of people don't think that I'm a legend, which I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what people say about me. Because at the end of the day, you don't pay my rent. You don't pay my bills. You don't bring food to the to my table. You don't sit with me. You don't eat with me. You don't take a shower with me. Why should I care about people who think about me? I don't.
Preach, man, preach, preach.
Because you know why? When people talk about me, it make them put a smile on my face. That this is the reason why I could pull up and shut up. And it wasn't created, it created itself. The pull up and shut up movement created itself. From one night, me confronting somebody, grew. Now it's a movement. And I would say, got a problem about me? Pull up or shut up. If you're not gonna pull up, shut up. Sip up. Sip your mouth. Because why? Let's come on. We're just doing this for fun. That's what we're doing this. So who getting paid for this, man? Who getting paid in backyard wrestling? Who? Who get? Oh, I know. I never got paid. I did it for 30 years and I never got paid. And I still did it because I love doing it. I still did it because it became part of my life. And to tell you the truth, and I told this story
All
to
right.
many people,
Now,
and I want to tell you guys.
it's now my turn. You've been talking all through the whole thing. I got something to
Backyard
say.
wrestling.
Hey, hang on. Let's
Oh,
see. You can't finish.
backyard wrestling for me, it has always be like my refuge. It has always been for me. It was like um stress relief. When I was
Mhm.
being bullied when I was a kid, when I was, you know, with problems and in drama out, in life, I always use backyard wrestling as stress relief, where I was be able to breathe, where I was able to calm myself down, and now it's turning into like little how can I say this? Little drama queens
No shit.
that just want to talk about other people.
Always
That's
want to
it.
put them down. Always want to. I mean, it's just people that want to blame shift them for their problems, or blame shift them for their downfalls, or blame shift them because they can't catch up on their bills, they can't catch up on their car note, they can't catch up on their rent, they can't catch up on this, they can't catch up on that. It's a
Fuck this.
problem. It's a complex.
You know what?
It's a bad
You
complex.
know what? Now, I want to say my piece. I'm getting
Hang
tired of
on.
people.
So, what is about to be said, ladies and gentlemen? Parent advisory. If you're not gonna like what you're about to hear, tune the F out. So now, what you got to say, Civil War?
Okay. I'm getting tired of motherfuckers calling me a fucking mark. I'm no fucking mark. I've been under this for 2 years. I understand I need more training. I understand that, but I do what I do. I get trained by Skulls. I learned from you. I learned from freaking Mason Black. I'm learning shit from C2K. It's not my fault. I can't go anywhere like fucking Texas or a fucking school. I don't have the damn money. We don't have a fucking ring. It's fucking money. We do the best we can. I understand that fucking dumbass made us look like fucking Mark in Backyard Brawl. I understand that. That pisses me off. What? But I'm gonna say this. Anthony Squill needs to watch his mouth about my wife. And he had no right to bring her on the Tom Bryce show. I warned that motherfucker. 3 rules of mine. Don't fuck with me, don't fuck with my family, and don't fuck with my wife. Or my money. He broke one of those rules. He brought my wife on and then he was talking about fucking Travis Walker, one of my friends. He needs to watch his mouth, big time. He wants to be the biggest fucking thing on the real deal. Who gives a fuck who he is? He's nothing. He's a piece of shit. Bottom of my shoe. I'm tired of the shit. He needs to knock the fuck off. And quit bringing fucking my name. Quit bringing my name. Quit bringing my name in the fucking show. I warned you this. Steele. Fuck this. Anthony Holloway. I'm dropping your name. I don't give a fuck anymore. Quit bringing my name on Tom Bryce's show. Period. Yes, I blocked you. I admit I blocked you. I don't give a fuck. You're a child. You need to grow up. And trust me, you're not going to like what's going to happen on Saturday on my show. It's going to be a big fucking surprise. So everybody has parent advisory. If you don't want to tune into it, mute us. It's going to be a blast. Because I'm tired of this shit. And UC2K, I heard from the grapevines that you can't make it to our match.
Yeah, cause I got attacked by somebody. Who? I got attacked. Who? About who? Somebody with a mask. Which that's fine.
Hi.
You might.
Hi.
You might.
Hi.
That person might mess my leg, my injured leg. Fine. My leg is I'll get injured. I'm injured again because I got attacked.
Prove it's me. There's no cameras. There's no witnesses.
Who said it was you? Did I mention your name? Or did you got something to do with it?
I can't. I'm on a show right now. I told him I'll be on a show real quick. Fuck. I'm getting off in a few seconds.
Yeah, well, my engine might be completely fried.
I'll help you 1 minute. I just got on the show. Just really relax. But how can you tell it's me?
Listen, I don't know who it was.
How can you tell it's me?
What I remember, I don't know who it was, but I will find out. Being the bus stop and I getting attacked and re-injure my leg. But if it was you, Super Wolf, if because you're scared, because you knew I was gonna come over there and I was gonna kick your ass, but that's fine. I might be injured. I might be out for the rest of the month. But July, I will come to RCEW. And I will face you.
I don't have the fucking time.
Trust and believe. I'm going to face you.
And you know what I'm going to do real quick, Mr. C2K? I'm going to investigate who done it. And I'm going to bring the justice on that show.
You can't prove it's me. There's no cameras. There's no witnesses.
It may not be you, Silverwolf. Well, I'll find out who it really will be coming to that show. I guarantee it.
I might have paid somebody to take care of you and get you out. So you don't have to come after my title. You will never find out, C2K.
But if I were you, Silverwolf, whatever other occasions you need to attend to, I would attend to them right away if I were you.
I got to say one thing, then I'll leave. I apologize. I got to help somebody real quick. C2K, I'm glad you're injured. So I have to deal with you. Like I said, you come from my belt, there'll be a consequence, and you pay the consequence. Prove it was me. There's no cameras. There's no witnesses. Prove it.
You know what? Because you're scared.
My camera crew will be on the map almost 24/7, so don't you worry about that. But until that investigation comes to a conclusion, you are excused for now.
And I do the same thing to Skulls at Backyard Brawl. I attacked him with a crutch.
If I were you, I will run away before you become the primary suspect.
An Adonis? Good luck this Saturday. This game over. I hope your opponent takes you out.
Don't worry. He's gonna get his money's worth about that.
And Savage won. Be ready. Your time is coming up very soon. Your game is almost over.
Enjoy that while you're at it.
And Skulls, how did you feel that crush across your fucking back?
I would run if I was you.
I don't run. Skulls, how was that crutch?
You know what? I want to say that. You might hurt my leg. That's fine. You might hurt my leg. You might hurt my leg.
Don't worry,
Let me tell you
CUK. Just remember, CUK, I will get to the bottom of it. If we don't know if Silverwolf is the alleged attacker, I'll find out who is.
And C2K, the reason why they call me Grum for a reason. I'm dangerous.
Okay, no, you're scary. You're just scared. You're not dangerous. You're scared because you know I'm gonna beat you. You know I was gonna go over there and take the spot. You know you knew I was gonna take your spot, and I know it's you. I know it's you.
And if I were you, Mr.
There's no cameras.
If I were you, Mr. Silverwolf, I will take that opportunity to make a run for it to where you need to go while you have a chance.
I don't run. Like I didn't run against Skulls. He got a crotch across his fucking back. By me.
I suggest you make an excuse right now.
I see 2K.
Yes, I'm lucky.
Healed.
Guess what? I still can walk. I still can walk.
Get ready for July. If you want to come at me next, you're gonna get the same consequence.
I will come on July, but guess what? I'm not coming alone.
And I'm not coming alone either. I got 2 new partners and a new team. I'm not bringing the team up till game over. You'll find out who the new.
I got somebody that she want to hit you with a bat.
And I got 2 people on my side. But you won't find out till game over.
I know. Well, we'll get to that point when we have that time. But as right now, Mr. Silverwolf, you may be excused. Thank you. You may leave the stage.
I'll get 4 minutes.
Even though you may leave the stage.
Donis, shut up.
Leave the stage.
Bye, Silver Puppy.
How's your back, Skulls?
Even though thank you for having the show, Mr. Silverwolf. Like I said, you may leave the stage.
C2K, you're scared of me. That's all you are. Afraid.
Oh, if I was scared of you, I wouldn't even attempt to go. I wouldn't attempt to take a bus to Buffalo. But of course, you know, it was funny. Just walking my way to the Greyhound, I got attacked.
Prove it's me. Prove it's anyone that I talk to. There's no camera to prove it.
Trust me.
No witnesses.
No, you know what? But you don't understand that there are cameras on the Greyhound. All I gotta do is just look at those cameras. And if I find that was you, trust and believe. Lie, I'm not gonna have nothing on you. I will hurt you.
I guess I might have to have an open challenge at game over because you can't show up. I'll do the same thing to the person who opens challenge against me. I'll make sure they don't walk out of the ring.
It's funny. You heard Skulls, then you heard me.
Prove it. Prove it.
You said it was. How many shows you said it was you?
Like I betrayed Adonis at freaking WCE when I got paid. I left him his ass kicked by culture. Shock. I walked.
You mean culture crap? Nice try.
I walked away from him. He got his ass handed to by them. I do what I want. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's why they call me the worst heel there is, and the dirtiest player of the game.
Don't worry. Every dog has the last day. And your day is coming. Little puppy.
Skulls couldn't even end me. Austin Tyler couldn't end.
Of course, because you hurt him. That's
You know
why.
what, Silverwolf? I'm gonna say, Silverwolf. I'll be more worried about what's gonna take shape this Saturday if I were you.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the pussy ass Savage one. I'm ready. Silver is a challenge for me.
If I were you, I'll be laser
And I'm
focused
ready
and
for anything.
get your
This
and get
show.
your final preparations in check. And in the meantime, you may leave the stage.
Skulls, thank you for letting me say my piece about Anthony Squale. Appreciate it. But I gotta leave.
All right, yeah, we all know you need to go pick up your puppy Chino and eat your Scooby
Skulls.
snack.
I'm gonna say this to you before I leave. One
Yeah.
thing, and I'm gone. Hold
Yeah,
on.
your
I'm saying
your
one thing.
owner.
If you come back to Racine ever, and I catch you in my yard ever again, you're not gonna be walking Skulls.
I need to get this done.
But I gotta
The
go.
owner is
That's
taunting you.
It's your
Little
pepperoni
puppy.
Skulls. But I'm out.
Yeah, go to
Peace.
your owner. She's taunting you.
All right, we all know what he wants to do. Go lick his balls.
Don't worry, his master's leaving.
I know it was him. I know it was him.
Don't worry, I'll smell rat sooner than later.
Hey, it might be Ghost, because nobody knows who Ghost is.
Mhm.
Now, where were we? In conclusion,
Everybody's been trying to figure out who Ghost is. There's been cryptid video popping up. So T2K, Ghost might have taken you out.
Coincidence.
Yeah, you know he knows what he's doing.
But before we take
That's just
off,
scary.
even though I'll let CGK have his thoughts, then I'll have my thoughts, and then Souls will have his final thoughts.
All right, this is my thoughts. Stop talking about people. Leave people's names out of your mouth. Worry about yourself. Worry about your career. Stop worrying about other people. And if that's what makes you get viewers because you want to talk about people, then you're doing a bad job. I'm not mentioning names because I will not mention names. This is an advice. Don't make enemies with people that one day you could work with. People one day you could go to a promotion and you could see the same people you talk about. Quit doing that.
I want to give people a wake-up call, whether they get the free nickels worth of advice. You got to be very careful who you show disrespect around here. Number two, you don't need to get in any form of wrestling business to instantaneously start a riot at and make sure you make anyone else declare your unnatural and uncommon enemy out of nowhere for no rhyme or reason. Just watch how the way you speak, how the way you act, how the way you assert yourself, and making rare appearances in any wrestling promotion whatsoever. Because the minute you start putting your position in the fryer like that, or it gets too hot, game over, just like that. Just remember, there's not many people who given a lot more chances in this industry than any other, that's by far than any other source. And trust me, those chances can run short at a drop of a hat. And some of them could be truly unabruptly shocking, especially to those who does complete utter nonsense.
Exactly.
Some people that I'm not going to put names out of that used to be called friends, those people are out of their league. And that's why I cannot go an inch further as far as working with them, get along with them, or be nice to them any longer than what I used to. No longer I cannot do that. I cannot do that, and I will not do that. Especially to those who don't want to give you that same respect and that same courtesy as I try to show them. Can't do that. Especially in a more violent and highly unprovoked manner. You don't want that. But seeing how people are that have completely eliminated, I can no longer be the recipient of that headache. I cannot and I will not.
Just have some fun. Just stop the drama. Just stop. It's ridiculous and it's tiring. I'm tired of the drama, the wrestling drama. You know, just worry about you. Worry about your character. Worry about your career. It's like, don't you get tired talking about people? Like, I would get tired if I was talking about people. Like, Jesus Christ, for God's sake. You're making a bad name for yourself. Talking about other people and disrespecting people's family. That's one rule that you should not break. And it's not breaking kayfabe, especially if you want to make a promo and if you want to talk about somebody's people or family and you didn't have a conversation with that person and ask them, okay, just to make our rivalry much better, or let's bring some sauce on it, or hot sauce on it, make it look crispier, make it look good. Can I talk about your sister? If the person say yes, fine, okay, because he gave you permission, but if the person didn't give you permission to talk about his family, don't do it. Do not do it because you're making a fool out of yourself. It's like you got the talent. I'm not gonna take it from you. You do have the talent. You do it, but something that is gold.
Right.
When you put mud on it, when gold has mud on it, has no value whatsoever. For gold to have value, you have to put on a fire. That's when it comes with a 14K, 20, 25K. And it's your talent. Your talent is gold. But when you talk about people, you put a mud on that gold, mud of your time, mud. People are not going to see you for your talent. People are going to see you for who you are.
And plus, you know this. Everybody knows. I know Skull has noticed, and C2K. Everybody else has noticed that those that are familiar to us in the past have completely gone in the wrong direction in the wrongest of ways in the early beginning, and it's completely. I say it's completely uncalled for, and I speak for all of us right here, right about now. It's just shame on them. Like seriously, shame on them. If I send a good example for somebody, he doesn't deserve to get the reading right at in the wrongest of ways. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just unapologetic. It's almost you create the most unforgivable sin. It really is. You gotta stop doing that. There's 3 things you shouldn't do, and this is really well-known facts. You don't tuck in Superman's cape, you don't piss in the wind, and you don't stab your brother and your sister in the back by talking a bunch of BS behind their back. If you can't be man enough to say in their face, and then be for real about it.
And
And
one
then
thing
taking a
too,
low road, it's taking a low road, the coward's way out. It's also hitting it right below the belt. It doesn't belong.
and that if you wanna talk about Pumba, because you in character, okay, fine, you in character. You go to a live show, you in character. Okay, that's fine. You want to be a character. When you're a host, you are doing in character. When you have a guest, you're in character. I get it. That's fine. But people are gonna take it two ways, and I learned this from one of my best friends, Craven Rage. We were talking about this yesterday, and if people want to talk about other people's in show, that's fine. You in character, you're in character. But just know that people are going to take it two ways. They're going to take it bad, they're going to take it personal, or they're going to take it as you in character. People are going, yeah, some people are going to get mad because those people are the ones that take it personal. But then you got people that, okay, oh, he just in character. It's whatever. But if you want, like I said, want to put some sauce, some hot sauce in your show, I'm not talking about specific in show, your character. You want to make things more interesting. You want to make, talk to that person before you do whatever you want to do. You wouldn't have no problems. Communicate with that person. Ask questions. Can I, I'm a character, and Breaking Cafe, I'm a character, to make it more spicier, make it more, put some hot sauce in it. Can I bring your family? The person say, yeah, okay, no problem. But if you're
And
doing it
don't.
without
And the one thing that people ask of those who don't deserve to get talked about for many days or many weeks or many months on end, you gotta watch how you speak about the very sensitive subjects. Because a sensitive
exactly.
subject can affect somebody. It can either make them or break them. That's why you gotta be very, very careful how you put yourself out there like that, especially due to the fact that you turn a blind eye and it's not looking very good for anybody at all. Just watch what you say about that. Just carefully watch what you say. I mean,
Very true.
it's out of respect. If you don't know the person, that's fine. But at the end of the day, do that out of respect. And don't be a jerk of the world, just like many others have in the past. This is not going to do you any good whatsoever. And speaking about those who have bad past, especially with previous events, don't shove it down their throats and throw it in their faces like that. That's being hypocritical. That's being thoughtless and cruel, and that's pushing people completely to the limit. Don't do that. It's a wrong move to make. I've seen people make mistakes in the past, and people have made constant mistakes as of right now. So it's time. Stop bragging about it. Stop shoving people's bad issues in front of people's faces, even if they're not in video or in person or anywhere else. Especially with previous events that took place for days, weeks, and months on end. Like I said, it's ancient history. It is done. As long as nobody doesn't get hurt or severely hurt, there's no lawsuits, there's no retaliations, there's no nothing. As long as we don't make the same mistake on the next show, time in and time out again.
Just love each other. That's it. Just love each other. Just if you don't like that person, then be you could, if you don't know if you're gonna be in the same company with that same person that you talked about. And if you don't like him, well, you could be cordial. You could say hi, hello, how you doing, and keep walking, keep moving. You know, if you want to, you could still.
And one last note: if are you gonna make a bad ordeal out of it and make a bad approach about it, especially on any other show, and take it under anyone else's platform at their expense, guess what? There's chances are you won't be invited back.
Exactly.
You
Just
just gotta
have
learn to
fun.
let go. If you can't let go, then what's the point of being friends with you or pursuing any type of work with you whatsoever? Remember, it only takes one mistake, your own personal timing, out of nowhere, to shove people down their throats, right down their face, over a bad issue or multitudes of issues, one too many times. Or one of these days, guess what's going to cost you? It's going to cost you dearly. Not only a friendship,
And
a business relationship, and an opportunity of a lifetime.
and if you have problem with somebody, if you have problem with that person, communicate with that person. You know,
And yes, Craven
if
Rage, I
somebody
agree
has,
with you.
yeah,
We also
if somebody has
do the best we can. We do the best we can to be safe. We be secure. We try to listen at all costs by any means necessary. We have to improvise, and so be it. Simple as that. And yes, we have fun. Definitely 1000%.
yeah, stay safe and have fun. That's it. That's just about it.
All right.
Stay safe.
I want to do a little thing. I want to take a look back at season 1 by a video that C2K created. So let's take a look at the video.
Not bad, not bad. There's a little bit of oomph. Interesting. Hmm.
And what it's like to be out in Riverside. Some of the
Okay.
historic landmark that was inside the Mission Inn.
Hmm. Impressive.
Beautiful. I like that. That's what I like that part. I love that. That's very beautiful right there.
And a lot of people don't know Mission Inn is actually haunted.
Oh, it
Hmm.
is?
Yeah.
Ooh, I would love to
I
go over
have
there.
been
Really?
featured on Ghost Adventure.
Wow.
Hmm.
And a lot of people do not know several years ago, they do what they call Christmas lighting the night after Thanksgiving. Well, that particular year, the firework decided it's going to tip over, and it literally set the roof on fire.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
And what's also unique, if you go across the street from it, there's a museum that is tribute to Chief Marlin
Hmm.
that represent the Hispanic heritage. And what's also unique about what's right next door to it too is it's a very unique arena that WWE had done shows at. Larry the Cable Guy performed there. Multiple bands. which is called the Riverside Multiple Auditorium.
I think
That is
I heard.
founded by.
I think I also heard. I think if this is necessarily true or not, multi-time Academy Award-winning actor Paul Walter Hauser was there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And what's even also unique, since we like watching WWE, John Laurinaitis actually stayed at that hotel.
Oh, wow.
Since he's from San Bernardino, California. And that's where a lot of the WWE talent will stay at if they're doing shows at the Riverside Multiple Auditorium.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
And they're the old saying, if you guys saw in the video, the cross on the mountain. The reason why that cross is on that mountain is because a mother had a hard time finding her husband's grave, which was one of the original settlers of Riverside. So what that cross is represent is when the sunlight actually hits it at a certain time, it points where her husband is buried at.
Wow.
And also there's another saying, it kind of became a 4th of July tradition out here that they like firing off fireworks off of Mountain Rubidoux. And the old saying is, as a joke, it ain't 4th of July until Mountain Rubidoux is on fire.
Also, I want to give a few birthday shout outs to the legendary Lionel Richie, turns 75 today. Also, a birthday shout out.
Oh, wow.
I want to give a big birthday shout out to Robert Palmer, who turns 54 today. Also, Kathleen Turner turns 70 years old today. Also, we lost one of our great legends today, who's a well-known actor who performed on, as I'm reading it here, he performed on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, quite a few dozen movies, to say the least. The legendary Donald Sutherland.
I know what you're talking about. Also, I want to point out, I want to give a big congratulations to one of my actual favorite comedian by receiving the key to Long Beach by the city mayor, Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy, who happens to be a native of Long Beach. He has earned the key to the city this morning.
Congratulations, Fluffy.
And he's the only comedian to ever sell out Dodger Stadium.
Wow.
And even knowing he got fined for going overtime.
Wow.
Like they say, go big or go home.
Also, a quick birthday shout out to Nicole Kidman, who turns 57 today. Also, hopefully that Justin Timberlake goes through the pre-arrest of being arrested for DWI, I believe, according to TMZ reports. So, no more develops. Also, Happy birthday to the legendary and current WWE Hall of Famer, the Birdman himself, Coco Beware. He turned 66 today.
Oh, wow. And also, breaking news, soon to be coming, a new wrestling academy in the city of Paris, California, that is owned by a company that I work for, known as Valley Wrestling Academy. You're going to be having legendary wrestlers come in and train us. You might have Matt Riddle show up one day. You might have Gangrel, EC3, Brian Kendrick,
Mm-hmm.
Hubuta Guerrera, if I said his name right. You never know who might show up to the wrestling school and start training class members. So, if you guys want to sign up, tune into Valley Wrestling Connection and keep an eye out because that wrestling school is coming real soon. And you might even get a day to train with Skulls himself. Which will be unique.
I'll sign up.
Also, a big birthday shout out to NBA legend and former NBA player from the Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, who turned 63 today.
Yeah, there's a lot of famous birthday today.
Also, lastly, this marks the 13th anniversary of the passing of the great stunt performer who was a former member of MTV Jackass, Ryan Dunn.
Ah, man. I totally forgot about that one. Hey, at least I can say one thing about Ryan Dunn. He didn't take a dildo up his ass like Steve-O did.
Yeah.
Or stuck a Hot Wheel car up his ass.
Jackass. My first show or movie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the show because I got to get ready to hit the road. I'll be working in Santa Ana tomorrow for Dream Slam 3rd year anniversary show.
Also, lastly, before we depart, last birthday shout out will be going to none other Mr. This Old House, the DIY builder himself, the legendary Bob Vila. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you. And make sure you guys tune in next Friday for a 4th of July special.
Also, we'll be discussing who is going to be elected as who will be this year's winner of the Money in the Bank. Who's going to take home that briefcase? Is the men's or the women's Money in the Bank briefcase?
And who knows, there might be a title in one of those briefcases instead of a contract.
Well,
Never ever know.
Or you might just get the Kabuki, like Seth Rollins did one year. So make sure you guys tune in to Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? It takes place after the 4th of July. 2 days after the 4th of July, which is July 6th. The event POE is July 6th on Peacock TV and live on the WWE Network. And please note,
Oh yeah.
also, Peacock TV subscribers, the prices will increase beginning July 1st. So you will be having a note in advance and email saying the fact the price increase will take effect July 1st.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time on the next Call Talk.
Thank you for watching and take care.
Bye bye. Thank you.